Alrighty, welcome to the weekend video. This is Enda here, and who else would it be? Welcome. Hope you stick around. I'll let you know where I stand on the markets these days. It's been another interesting week, another step forward towards disaster, I suppose. But anyway, one market at a time. I'm going to go through the FX at first, and then I will tackle the old stock market. So anyway, around. Hope you're well. Let's get started. That kind of ranks as probably one of the worst intros I have done in a while, but c'est la vie. Here is the 4-hour count for euro dollar. This is the one we've been looking at for a long time now. It looks like, in terms of the overall pattern, we're tracking this contraction triangle, wave B, and we are within wave D of this triangle. So 3 waves down is still the let's say expected result here. We didn't quite break. We're close in wave C, but we didn't quite break the wave A low at 117.0. What did we come in there? 117.01 or 117.02 or something like that. It was very, very close by a couple of pips, but we didn't get it. So I am at the moment still considering this final leg here as wave 5 of C. So we're still kind of tracing out this 5th wave down. We'll get into the hourly chart and we'll show you what I'm thinking here. There are 2 very reasonable and legitimate ways of viewing this pattern here. You can see here's wave C, and this is final leg down in wave 5 of C. Excuse me. You can view wave 4 as an expanded flat, which topped out at, where did we come in? 119.09. And from that point, you can trace 5 waves down, and if that's the case, then we're correcting higher in wave 4 of 5, and we should fall again in wave 5 of 5. The other way of viewing this is a triangle wave 4, and in that case, we have just completed wave 1, and we're topping out in wave 2. You can see 3 waves up here in wave 2, and we should still fall again in wave 3. The minimum target was for a break of 117.0. We have 117.03 here, so I think it's just below that. We didn't quite make it. you know, it's literally 1 pip or so, but it's close, but still no cigar. It is possible that we have a failed 5th wave here. Excuse me. I don't think. I'm still willing to give this pattern a chance here. We still have the 2 viable counts here, which call for one last push down towards about 116 or so, complete this pattern, and then once we do get there, I will be looking for at least 3 waves up in a wave E of B. So if we go to the 4-hour count here, you can see still calling for a rise in at least 3 waves up in wave E of B. So for next week, I would like to see 1 more push lower to complete wave C, and then wave C of D, and then I would look for a rally again in wave E. Okay, let's move on. Pound dollar. We switched to the alternate count this week, and I did not change the 4-hour pattern, and I should have. Forgive me. Okay, so we have 5 waves down. We have a wave 4 complete or a B wave. It shakes both ways on this one. It doesn't really matter what you want to call it. If it's a 4th wave, we're still expecting 5 waves down in wave 5. If it's a B wave, we'll still be expecting an impulsive pattern lower anyway. So it looks like we've got 5 waves down in wave 1, and in both counts, it still counts the same way. So we're really splitting hairs between both those counts, I think. So we've got 5 waves down in wave 1. We're looking for 3 waves up in wave 2. That initial rally was viewed as wave 2 initially, but the decline off that rally has not developed impulsively enough anyway to call it the next impulsive wave down. So I think now at this point that we should be expecting 3 waves up, complete wave 2 somewhere above 140. We should not break 142.48 as wave 2 completes, so I'd expect a failure just above, just with a breach of that wave A. So maybe a break of 140, and then we could head lower again into wave 3 down. If we go to the hourly count, you can see here we've got 3 waves up. You could count this both ways, but I think it's clean to count it in 3 waves up. So it's 3 waves up in A. Looks like a 3 waves down in wave B. That'd be a combination wave, so a complex wave, probably a 3-3-3. Most people would go WXY, but I just don't even bother using those labels. So we've got 3 waves down in wave B, and it looks like the spike higher has begun wave C. So as long as we hold today's low, 137.90, it looks like we're expecting a C wave up. Like I said, I did previously call this the wave 2 high. We move that there, excuse me. I previously called that 139.84 the wave 2 high, and it's still almost possible that it could be. It doesn't. The pattern doesn't lean in favor of that being the high, but it's still possible that it is. I can't. I'm not God. I don't know the depths of full reality. I mean, I'm just kind of running on probabilities here. The fact that it traced 3 waves up and we hit the 62% retracement, well, almost the 62% retracement level, that did point to a wave 2 top. Now, if we turn impulsively lower again next week, then we will know that we are into wave 3, and then that 139.84 high will hold. So anyway, suffice to say, I think that's a low probability count at the moment, unless we turn sharply lower. For the moment, I am sticking with wave B low in place, and we're working hard on wave C. Okay, so dollar yen has, it's kind of, we've really swayed between one and the other, the bullish and the alternate over the last couple of weeks. Sorry, the bearish and the alternate bullish count over the last couple of weeks. Today's action, while I gotta say it leans in favor of this further declines into wave C of 2. It really does at this point in time, simply because it has accelerated so deeply, and I did expect a correction, but I did not want to see it accelerate so deeply. Now, let's see. Even in this case, this was the previous count. So we had an A, B, C. So it's in this case, it's probably a WXY again, because it looks like we're tracing a 3 waves down here. Even in this case, we will probably be short-term bearish into about 107.40 or so, and then long-term bullish in terms of third wave up. We'll see probably early next week. Now, there's the hourly count, and I'll show you what I'm thinking here. It looks like we had a wave 2 low in place at 108.71. Then we rallied impulsively. Pretty nice pattern, nice impulsive pattern, up to break the previous 2 interim highs, and we did heavily favor this bullish count. Now, today's decline, I did expect a C wave decline, but that C wave decline has pushed right back into the wave 1 high again. So it really is pushing, let's say, the feasibility of this bullish count right now. I would expect that if we break at the very low end, if we break 109.40 again, I think we will probably have to return back to that short-term bearish count. Again, it kind of hinges really on what happens early on Monday or the overnight on Sunday. If we rally again in a fifth wave, then we're in the clear. But at the moment, we're kind of I don't know. I'm between two stools on this one right now. I'm just going to have to leave it for the moment. Like I said, today I was expecting a decline down towards 110 in an ABC down, but we have extended lower, and we're now really threatening that 109.67 high if we haven't already just pipped it right now. So this is hanging in the balance. I'll wait and see on this one. Maybe we can have some patience on this one. Okay, let's move on. Here's the count in the Dow at the moment. You can see that this is viewed as a C wave top. Our Fibonacci target of 35,646 has pretty much come in. Today we had a very tight band of targets here, and I'll show you that on the hourly count there. But we have an ABC up now complete in wave 5. So if we go back here, you can see wave 1. This is off the November lows. So we've got A, B, C up in wave 1, ABC down in wave 2, ABC up in wave 3, ABC down in wave 4, and then ABC up in wave 5. There is a way of counting this in a standard 5-wave pattern, but I think this 5th wave here, given the fact that we've got such a large correction within the middle of it, smack bang in the middle of it, it does lean in favor of a 3-wave count. Okay, so in that sense, the ending diagonal is still valid here. Let's get into the hourly count here. You can see there's that B wave low. So we've got that A, expanded flat B, and then you would expect 5 waves up in wave C. It looks like we've got that now. We've got wave 1, 2, and then an extension in wave 3. 3 waves down in wave 4, and then what looks like wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up in wave 5. Now, we were pointing towards 35,560, 35,650, that type band there. We popped right into the middle of that band today. It looks like we're cooling off slightly this evening. So, what have we got here? Another completed pattern? Well, pretty darn close to a completed pattern. Whether we get another, another small correction and pop higher again, maybe we expand out this 5th wave a little bit better. Even in that sense, we probably wouldn't expect much higher than what we've got right now. We've got 2 Fibonacci targets pointing at a 90-point, creating, a target range of 90 points. 2 Fibonacci targets at 2 separate degrees that gave us a nice target area. We've got a complete pattern. All we need now is a decline, but we'll see how that goes next week. Wave 5 itself, wave C itself has worked out quite well, and even in terms of the larger pattern, ABC up wave 5 has worked out quite well. The larger degree wave 5 in blue has been a nightmare, but we all know eventually that we get to the end of this, and pandemonium will break loose. But we'll see how that goes next week. Plenty of time for tomorrow, or tomorrow will take care of itself, as they say. We have a 5-wave pattern, we have a 5-wave pattern complete in wave C. So let's see if we turn down next week. We've hit the Fibonacci targets. Again, we've got a larger degree pattern in place on the 4-hour count. We've got a larger degree pattern in place on the daily count. Oh, let's just see, wait and see how this pans out. I don't know. Maybe someone's going to charge the credit card again and bid even higher. It's always possible. Okay, let's move on to gold. This is kind of safer territory for us at this moment in time. Okay, so we had that long-term call down for at least a break of that 1760 or 1674 level, and we got that this week. It's been an impulsive rally so far. It's been impulsive. I'm going to qualify that. It's been impulsive looking. And again, we've got 5 waves up into today's high. I'm going to admit that we're leaning in favor of the bullish count here now, but I would still expect to see some sort of a consolidation next week, which may offer a bullish opportunity. You all know what I've been looking for a long time was the more or less the filling of this downward facing trend channel here. This week we pretty much got that. I'm going to show you on the hourly count here how this can be interpreted for one more drop, but we'll see. Get rid of you, that count there is not valid. There is a way of viewing this where we get one more drop, so I'm cautious still, even though we have a nice impulsive rally. Okay, so here you can see the main count showing 5 waves down in wave 5 in green. That's where we bottom out in wave 5 in green. Okay, so let's move you over so I can at least view you. Come over here. Okay, so you can see wave 1, 2, extension and acceleration. Sorry, acceleration down in wave 3. 3 waves up so far in wave 4, and then we get a push down in wave 5. Now, the relative size of wave 2 versus wave 4 is worlds apart, which favors the bullish count. Now, if we have the low in place at that 1662 level, I was always kind of pointing towards 1650 as a possible final low. We got towards 1662, and there's still room for one more drop. So I'm going to hold out for the moment. The bullish alternate count is right there, and it's full. You know, it's valid. Okay. If we don't see a break of 1717 next week, then we are pretty much gung ho for this bullish count. But if we do see a break of 1717, which do not rule out at all, you saw what happened this week, and even last week. I mean, we stepped down quite impulsively last week as well. Don't rule it out; it's still possible. But I will leave you with this: the bullish count is looking good. I'm just kind of leaving the door open for the moment. So in terms of that bullish count, we've got wave 1, 2 complete, and we've got wave 1 looking for a second wave decline in wave 2. So I'm just going to track this, I think, quite closely next week to see if we get corrective action off this rally. If it's corrective action, then I think we're probably clear for a large third wave rally up. Okay, so here is crude oil. It looks so far that we've come down in 3 waves. I'm not, or sorry, you could view this in 2 ways. You could view this as a 3-3-3 decline, so it would be a type of complex correction down. We seem to have hit a kind of a supportive range here in the area. Well, we have a double bottom in place anyway. In the area of 65. If we break through 65 again, I think we could probably say sayonara to crude oil. If we hold 65, then we're probably going higher. In terms of the hourly count, you can see here there is a solid main count and alternate count viewing the longer term direction as down. Today's action is very inconclusive. We do have a series of 1-2s here, which is very possible with 1-2, 1-2, which could allow for a third wave acceleration. If so, then this alternate count will be ruled out. Now, if we get a break of 69.98, then we will look towards 73.93 again. So we're looking for that larger ABC pattern up in wave 2. Okay, let's move on to the S&P. You can see here a very interesting pattern on the a very interesting projection on the 4-hour count. You can see wave 3 and 4 marked the February and March lows. So February high and March lows. Off the March lows this year, we've had this very long, drawn-out rally, about 800 points or so. 4470, 3700 to the 4400, so 700 points. That's very significant. A significant rally, but it is viewed as a fifth wave rally. So in terms of the fifth wave, it looks like we've got wave 1, 2, wave 3, expanded flat wave 4 possibility. And then off that fourth wave low in May, we've got a 5-wave pattern higher in extension in wave 5 of 5. So we take the wave 1. You can see well, actually on the hourly count, I'll break it down for you. But if we take the wave 1 high and we extend it off the, well, I'll get rid of that. I should actually show you on the hourly count, I think, actually. So anyway, I'll break this out for you. So we've got wave 1 and 2. We've got a strange pattern in wave 3. So we've got wave 1, expanded flat wave 2, 3, 4, and 5 up in wave 3. Pretty vertical drop in wave 4, which did hold above the wave 1 low, so that's still valid. And then a rally in wave 5. So if we get into the hourly count here, you can see that wave 5 has got a 5-wave pattern pretty much complete. I was working on this wedge, or I've been showing this wedge for the last few days, maybe the last couple of weeks, I'm not sure. This wedge pattern, which has developed this week, and the range has got tighter and tighter, the action has got lighter and lighter, the volume has got lighter and lighter, the internals have got worse and worse, the price went higher and higher. So you can see here, I have 2 target levels here. We have 4470 marks where wave 5 in blue reaches 162% of wave 1 in blue. So that is on the hourly count here. You can see where we've taken wave 1 in blue and we extended from wave 4 in blue. Actually, I'll have to do that again. Now we take the wave 1, extended from wave 4. That gives us 4470. And just so happens that's where we're sitting at right now. And if we go into the hourly count, that gives us one Fibonacci target, 4470. If we go into the hourly count, if we take the wave 1 in pink and we extend it from the wave 4 low in pink, that gives us a high of 4474. And we are, within a hair's breadth of both of those targets right now. This is where the wedge pattern has kind of come to a culmination. I don't have much else to say on this pattern other than, this particular pattern is complete. We'll see what the market has to give us after this. If Mr. Fibonacci is correct, we're at a significant high here, and it may well mark another turning point. So watch out for that trapdoor next week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on. Silver we didn't actually quite reach the target that I was looking at. I was looking at about $21 for a closeout of wave 2 in black here. We didn't quite reach that. We got to about 23. It was 22 flat pretty much for this sharp decline. We marked a low at 22.05. Well, call it 22.06. It might be slightly different. This is a derivative chart, so it might be slightly different on the cash chart. It's possible that we have a wave 1 and 2 scenario still in play off this week's high. So this week's high actually comes in at 24.04. We have it was a pretty sharp move down. I'm marking that wave 1. It could be an A, B, C pattern, wave 2. And if we fall again, particularly if we break $23 again, that'll pretty much confirm wave 3 down, and then we can expect that lower $21 target area for wave 5 to complete. So still, the doors open here in silver. It's not as clear cut, let's say, or as favorable bullish in terms of the bullish count as gold might be. Let's say in gold it might be a 50-50 coin toss on what you might choose there, with a very clear cutoff point for the bullish count at 1717. On this one, it looks like if we hold below 2404, excuse me, if we hold below 2404 and we return to break $23 again, you can pretty much expect us to fall in 5 waves down towards $21 to complete this pattern. Okay, I'm going to have a look at Bitcoin. Here is an interesting one in Bitcoin. Now, off the top, off that all-time high, I traced down 5 waves, and we came in at a low of 28,560. Off that, we've been tracking this kind of 3-wave pattern higher. It's extended again, I'll give you that, but I still think it's pretty likely that this is a B wave high. So it's it should be a false summit, let's say, or it should fail, and it should take a lot of people down with it. If it's a classic B wave, then we'll probably move pretty quickly off this high. It looks like we've reached the 50% retracement of the previous decline. So we've got 5 waves down in A, 3 waves up in B, and we should expect a C wave decline, to rule out, to pretty much, if we do get this C wave down, it'll pretty much wipe out Bitcoin completely. We'll be talking about $2,000 or $3,000 easily before this wave C is complete. So be careful here. Mr. Fibonacci is, while it's never, excuse me, while it's never absolutely certain, it does tend towards, those Fibonacci targets do tend towards being worth looking at and keeping an eye of. If this is wave C up of wave B, then that should break out in 5 waves. And so let's get into the hourly count, and I'll show you what I think on that one. So here's the wave B of B. So we have wave 1, 2, we have an extension higher in wave 3, we have 3 waves down in wave 4, and it looks like we've got wave 1, 2, 3, ABC down in 4, and now we're pushing wave 5 of C of B. So if we top out the stock market, it looks like we'll top out Bitcoin as well, and both bubbles will go together, which would be, pretty poetic. And on today, being a Fibonacci date, wouldn't it be nice to top today? I can't say that it wouldn't. Today being in the US, it's 8/13/21. So make of that as you will. Fibonacci targets on a Fibonacci date. I think on that note, it's time to call an end to this. I want to say to you guys, thank you for watching. A few of you have actually gone over and watched my other YouTube channel, so I'll link it below in the description. So some people have enjoyed it. I'm I'm full of bad news in my market analysis, but I'm full of good news in the other one. So if you want some good news, go to the other channel, and it does line up with what I'm showing you there at the end of this video. So, this market is going to go. I know everybody just shouts at me in the comments, and you can shout all you like. I've been around long enough to know that you can't fool everyone all the time, and this market seems to have been able to fool the world for a significant amount of time now. So we draw to the close of this, and it's going to wipe a lot of people out. So if it does, at least you have the good news, the real good news, and that is, salvation in Jesus. So please, don't walk out in front of a bus without at least considering that there is more to this life than just squiggles on a chart, because that's, at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. All right. On that note, have a good weekend. God bless you all. For those of you on the website, I'll see you on the website tonight and to Monday night. And for everybody else in the rest of the world who watches this, wherever you are, God bless, and we will see you next Friday if I'm still around. Bye-bye. Be good.